Hi guys, I'm Liz from the Quick Journey blog and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment letting me know what you would like to see here on the Quick Journey YouTube channel. Today I am going to take you on a little tour around my rose garden. It's a project that we started last spring. I've always wanted to have heirloom plants that will last and last and last. It started with my peonies on the side of our house, and last spring we started doing a landscaping renovation project. I shared about it on my Instagram channel, but I haven't shared about it here yet. I wanted to go with an English cottage kind of courtyard area type look. I wanted it to be manicured, but behind the manicured bushes, I wanted it to be a little whimsical with the roses. And so I purchased some David Austin bare root roses last year, planted them, and last summer of 2021, was the first season that they flowered. They did pretty well, but they didn't get as large as I had anticipated. So I'm really hopeful that this year they will really grow and take shape. But first, I need to cut them back and prune them so that they are healthy and so that all of the good stalks are left and the weak stalks or the dead ones are cut away, because that just leads to disease and bacteria and all kinds of stuff. So you really want to get it cleaned out. I left all the leaves on them over winter, and even a few of the buds that were there last year, the blooms, and I don't know. I just wanted a little bit of foliage out there in the courtyard area, so I did leave that over winter. But now it's time to clean that all up. It's time to get it ready for its new season, and this is really one of the most important things you can do if you have a rose garden. So my roses are from David Austin Roses. I shared all about my process from ordering to planting to which varieties I have. I will leave those blog post links in the description box below just to help you in case you want to know how to buy your roses, where to buy them, why to buy bare root roses. Bare root roses are essentially just the root ball and a few of the canes. They don't come flowering. You plant them. It's a really cost-effective way to grow a beautiful, beautiful English garden. You can do this with all kinds of flowers. Buying the bulbs is much more cost-effective than buying an already established plant. So this was the way that I started my garden. Right now it is, let's see, it's a little after 2 o'clock. We haven't changed that clock yet since daylight savings time. I'm waiting for the sun to come over our house so that the courtyard area is in the shade. Right now it's a bit too blown out. It will be very uncomfortable for you guys to see the videos if it's as bright as it is right now. So I have to wait a few more hours so that I can prune them when it's shaded. I'm gonna have Ella, my daughter, take a few videos of me so you can see kind of the process. You wanna cut them way down pretty good, maybe about 12 to 14 inches off the ground. You just wanna give them a really good shape to grow on for the next growing season. You wanna thin out the inside, take all the dead leaves off, clean the leaves out from around the base of the plant, and make sure that there's gonna be a lot of airflow in amongst the canes. That helps with disease, that just helps the plant to be really healthy and established. And then I'm gonna put on some fertilizer, some rose food, just to help it get going, help it be ready to flower and to grow really strong and big. I just want them to get really big. I'm really hopeful for a really great growing season for these roses. This will be their second year in the ground, and I'm just very excited to have a more established plant. 3 of my roses are heirloom roses. They were a little more mature whenever I planted them last year. They were not bare root roses, and so they are quite a bit bigger than my bare root roses. I'm guessing they're about a year older, so I'm assuming at the end of this growing season, my bare root roses will resemble my heirloom roses right now, which has me really excited because I love the smell of them. I love the look of them. They're so charming. They have just this feminine apricot color to them, and they're just so pretty. There's nothing like an English rose when you see it in a garden. You know it's different, you know it's special. And I just really love that we have 3 of them in front of our house against the white brick with the pea gravel. It just looks so charming, and I'm really excited to watch them grow this year. So we had red brick on our house, and a couple summers ago we have red brick, and we had some hardy board siding, and the siding really needed to be either replaced or just completely painted over, sealed up really well, so we opted for painting. And in the front, I wanted something a little more charming, which is why we have the shake shingles. We never sealed them or anything. They are intended to weather into a really beautiful gray, like what you would see in the New England states on houses that were there for hundreds of years. The beautiful gray colored shake shingles that have just weathered over the years. So that is ultimately what it's gonna look like. It's not gonna be the bright yellow that it is right now, even though I do love the beautiful color it is now. But above my English roses is a white flower box. It was one of the first things that we put on the house or did to the house. I've always loved flower boxes. We had them at our old house, and I loved it. It was my favorite thing of our house. Like, it was my favorite thing, hands down. And so right when we moved here, we ordered some window boxes for those outside windows, and I will be filling that later this spring, probably around Mother's Day. That's usually when I have to wait to fill that here in the Midwest, just to make sure that there's no chance of frost. It will grow and be beautiful, and just add so much color and life to the front of our house. So I'm excited about that, and I will definitely be sharing about that later. So anyway, let's get pruning the English roses. I'm going to cut off the long canes and just get them all shaped up, all about 12 to 14 inches. Clear up all the weak ones, clear up at the base of the plant, give it some rose food, give it some mulch, and it should be ready for the next season. The other 3 roses are called Moonlight and Paris roses. They're a Floribunda rose, so they will flower all season long. They have so many beautiful flowers that will come on each of their plants. They are a little bit deeper pink than what the Desdemona David Austin roses are, but they are so beautiful and they smell incredible. So I'm gonna clean them up as well. I did prune them a little bit before the winter just because they were really very bushy and they just needed to be tamed down a tiny bit. And I snipped off all of the dead flowers except for a few. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to cut them down, take off the weak part of each cane at the, kind of where it gets a little weaker and thinner, just so as they grow, they can be on strong canes and hold their flowers and be able to handle the wind and everything that we get here in the Midwest. Okay, you can see that 2 of my English rose bushes have been pruned and they are ready to go, and I'm gonna share with you how to do the process on the last 3rd bush so you can see what I do. Moonlight and Paris roses. 2 of them have been pruned. You can see the difference between the 2 rose shrubs, and I'm gonna go ahead and take back the 3rd rose shrub, get it cleaned up, and then you will see how easy the process is. You don't need to worry about cutting it in a certain spot or that you're gonna ruin the plant. It's really all about making sure there's airflow and that you take off the bad, the weak, the dead, and only leave the good there. So you really can't mess it up. Just make it so that it can grow and be a pretty shape for the next growing season. So I'm gonna show you that process now. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this walk through my little English courtyard rose garden. It's a dream waiting to kind of happen. We've started it, but all good things are worth the wait. You know how it is whenever you have a project that you really can't rush it. You can only do so much, and that's where we're at with this courtyard garden. We have plans to add wrought iron seating and a table in the courtyard area. I have plans to add more flowers and planters back there to add even more beauty and color, but for now, this is what we have, and I'm super thankful and grateful for it. I hope you enjoyed learning how to maybe prune your roses if you have some. And like I said, I will leave links in the description box below for blog posts that could be helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. Please subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up, and let me know how you liked this video. We will see you guys next time. Bye.